Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. That's been written on my fridge for several weeks now, probably a couple months. It's synonymous to become comfortable, you have to first do it uncomfortable. I think that goes for a lot of things in life, not just the basics of working out or going somewhere on your own, a coffee shop or a restaurant, or going for a walk, going for a run if you haven't done either in years. There's so many things. Those are just top of mind examples, but it is Wednesday, June 3rd, 2026, and I just looked over my shoulder and saw that quote on my fridge, and it's something I'll probably reference a lot throughout the rest of my life because growing up, I think maybe we weren't taught to run to our fears, run toward our fears. We were kind of encouraged to stay comfortable and encouraged to stay in the comfort zone, and there were opportunities to stretch outside your comfort zone, maybe. But were you really challenged? Did you really challenge yourself to do that? It's something I want to do now just because everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. The little voice in the back of our heads, in the front of our heads, and in our minds, in our thoughts, our subconscious, whether you admit it or not, there's always going to be a slight voice of doubt. And it probably varies per person just how much that voice is active and how involved that voice is. I think the more we can control that voice and work with that voice, the better off we're going to be. So, for example, yesterday we talked about, or maybe 2 days ago now, but we talked about going up to strangers and just having conversations with people we don't know. That's a fear for a lot of people, for sure. For sure. People want to just have the simple, hi, how are you conversation with everybody, or they don't do that at all. But again, I think a simple fear that also has a simple solution is that it's perfect. It's a perfect example of meeting strangers, meeting somebody we don't know. And the simple solution is just, hi, you're at a coffee shop. What do you usually order here? Have you been here before? If you're at a restaurant with the waiter, hi, what's good to eat? Compliment something about them. That can go anywhere. The examples will go all on, and I could go on and on. But the point being, using the stranger example again, I think a lot of people get in their own head when trying to talk to people, trying to meet people, and it just it makes them not want to do it. Work with that voice that says don't do it. I actually read or listened somewhat recently that when you have that voice of doubt, it's great to call it out, first of all. It's great to call it out and just say, hey, you're making this a bigger deal than it needs to be. That's a good place to start. But also, when you're in these moments in the future, the best solution, let's say when you have this, any fear, just any fear. I mean, we can reference the stranger meeting a new person again if we want, but any fear, when you have any fear or any uncomfort, and you know why it's uncomfortable, and even if you don't know why, but the point the point I'm going to get across is just do it immediately. Do it as fast as you can. As soon as you experience that level of fear or discomfort, take action. Do something. So again, going back to meeting somebody new, meeting a stranger, if you feel inclined to meet somebody and say hi to somebody and you feel that voice, stop instantly, pause, go, do something, say hi. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. Don't let 5 to 10 seconds pass without doing something. That is the best solution that I've found. And it's been working a lot more recently because as somebody that is acknowledging that this is very human, it's happened to me. It does happen to me. It's happened to me a lot in my life that the voice of fear and discomfort discourages me from doing something and therefore holds me back from doing something that I probably preferred I would have done. And so now that I recognize that, now that I recognize I want change, I've been implementing this. For example, today, this one was tougher because I did hold myself back. I didn't do it instantly, but at the gym, got my workout in. I told myself, before I leave, I'm gonna go around to basically every person in this gym, say, way to get to the gym today. Good job. Fist bump most of them. And again, I was kind of thinking about it toward the end of my workout, but I wanted to wait until I was about to walk out. And that's counterintuitive to what I was just saying is the best solution, but I still did it. I finished my workout. I went and looked outside a window for 10 seconds, just stood there and kind of collected my thoughts, and then just said, all right, go. And did it. Again, fist bumped most of them and just said, hey, way to get to the gym today. Good job. Good work. Now that's come after a couple weeks, I would say now, of me practicing the quicker and the best solution that I just proposed, in that the minute you feel inclined to do something and the minute that voice comes to your head and says, ooh, that's going to test my comfort zone. That's a bit uncomfortable. Drop everything, do it. Just do it. And the more you do it, the more you're going to notice that voice going away and therefore turning into a voice of, oh, we did that. We just did that a couple days ago. We can do it again. Oh, we just stopped and talked to somebody in the middle of our run. Oh, we can do that again. Oh, we can go to the gym and fist bump and tell everybody, hey, great work. Way to get here today. Oh, we can do it again. You do it once and you're like, oh, wasn't that hard? Oh, it wasn't that uncomfortable. What was I so scared of? It's all in our thoughts, man, and it's crazy. It's really crazy, and it's very deep into psychology, probably in the subconscious and things like that. But moral of the story, again, it's what's on my fridge and has been for a while. Everything is on the other side of fear. To become comfortable, you must first do it uncomfortable. So I encourage you to challenge your fears, to challenge your comfort zone. Do things you haven't done before and watch. Things that haven't happened to you before will happen. New things, new rewards, new life experiences. So challenge your fears. That's the message today. Challenge that voice in your head. Challenge your comfort zone, because sometimes fears can be more like heights or spiders, snakes, etc., sharks, kind of bigger life things, I suppose. Hey, if you want to overcome those as well, for sure. But I recommend maybe starting smaller. And I think it's all tied to the same voice in our head, discomfort and fear. Fear is just kind of a larger example, but discomfort is like, all right, if I can start by just saying hi to somebody and then working my way up, See how many fears you can overcome. So, challenge that voice. Go do something you haven't done before and watch. I think you'll be rewarded for it. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to be late.